Welcome, dear students. So, today we move on to the first class in the subject Municipal Solid Waste Management. Municipal Solid Waste Management is actually an elective paper, and this course mainly deals with the management of municipal solid waste. And the main objective of studying this course is to create an awareness of different types of solid waste that are generated in our environment and also their ill effects, and also to study the various methods of collection, then processing, and the disposal of these solid waste. So this is what we will be dealing with this in this subject. And also the outcome of the course is that you will be able to have an awareness of the ill effects of the increasing solid waste, and also will be able to understand the various methods that are available for managing the solid waste that are generated in the environment. So, the first module mainly deals with the waste sources and characteristics, and also we'll discuss the various categories of waste like the municipal waste, the industrial waste, medical, universal, construction, and demolition waste. Also, the radioactive mining, e-waste, and the agricultural waste. So, mainly the first module will be based on the categories of waste, and also what are the various sources of solid waste, and also the characteristics of solid waste. So, what do you understand by waste? So, waste means anything unwanted or anything that is useless. So, any unwanted or useless material that is liberated due to various actions, we call it as waste. And also, waste can be known as rubbish or refuse or garbage or trash or junk. So, these are other terms for waste. And we know that due to rapid increase in the production as well as the consumption processes, so much of waste will be generated, or they will be rejected in the environment. And of course, these area will include the agricultural, the commercial, the domestic, industrial, institutional activities, etc. So the waste that are thus generated and rejected, we call them as the solid waste. Or also we can say that solid waste are the waste that arise from human as well as animal activities, and they are normally solid in nature, and it is discarded as useless or unwanted. So that is what we call as solid waste. Now, there are different types of waste like solid waste, liquid waste, gaseous waste, biodegradable waste, and biomedical waste. So, I need not explain each of this. Solid waste is, of course, the waste that is in the form of solids, and liquid and gaseous, likewise, in the form of liquid or gas. And of course, we have biodegradable waste. So, what do you understand by biodegradable waste? So, any waste that is biodegradable, or it mainly refers to the substances which consists of organic matter, say like leftover food, vegetable, or say fruit peels, paper, textile, wood, etc. So, these are the ways which can degrade, and they are also generated from various household as well as industrial activities. So such waste we call as biodegradable waste. And of course, biomedical waste that is generated from various medical activities. And then we have the chemical waste, that is the waste generated from various industrial activities or chemical activities. Then of course the commercial waste, construction waste, construction and demolition waste, of course. Then the consumable waste and composite waste. So these are the different types of waste, that is solid, liquid, gaseous, biodegradable, biomedical. Then we have chemical, commercial, construction, consumable, and composite waste. Now, also in other words, we can define solid waste as a non-liquid, non-soluble material that ranges from municipal garbage to the industrial waste, and that which contains complex and of course sometimes even hazardous substances. That is what we call as a solid waste. Now, broadly, there are three types of waste. We can classify waste based on how it is generated or the activity, how the waste is being produced. So, thus we can classify them into three types: the household waste, the industrial waste, and the biomedical waste. That is a broad classification. So, when it comes to household waste, it is a waste that is generally classified as the municipal waste. Like I told you, due to the various action of humans and animals. So that is what is household waste. And of course, industrial waste is usually termed as hazardous waste, And biomedical waste or hospital waste are actually infectious waste. So this is how we classify the solid waste broadly into three types, that is household waste, industrial waste and biomedical waste. And now when coming to municipal solid waste, so municipal solid waste actually consists of household waste. It also includes the construction and demolition debris, because this is also due to the action of humans. So, and of course sanitation residue and the waste from streets, the street washings and etc. All the solid waste which comes due to from the streets, that also is classified as municipal solid waste. Now again we can classify or categorize the household waste, which includes hazardous waste like the old batteries, that is old batteries that has been already used and discarded, then shoe polish, then the paint tins, bottles of medicine, that is medicine after it is being used, the bottles that we discard, then the clothes, etc. And now coming to the various types of waste that are generated and also the approximate time it takes to degenerate. So when it comes to organic waste, like I told you, the biodegradable waste, which includes the food, leftover food or some vegetable matter, etc. The approximate time it takes to degenerate after it is being thrown is about, say, a week or maybe 2 weeks. And paper, it takes about 10 to 13 days, 30 days. Then cotton cloth, it takes about 2 to 5 months to degrade or degenerate. Wood takes about 10 to 15 years to completely degenerate. And woolen items, it takes around 1 year. This is an approximate time. Likewise, you can see for tin, aluminium, then plastic, glass bottles, etc. The type of waste is given in the left hand side, and how much time or approximate time it takes to degenerate is shown in the right hand side. Now the hazardous or the industrial waste, like I told you, it is considered hazardous because they contain some toxic substances which may be very harmful. And also it could be very high, so toxic that it can affect the humans, the animals or the plants. And also the other properties of hazardous waste are that they are corrosive, they may be highly inflammable or maybe even explosive, or it may even explode. And also it will react when it is exposed to certain things, maybe when it is exposed to some particular gas, it can even uh, cause more harm. So that is what we call as hazardous or industrial waste. And also in the industrial sector, mostly the section where hazardous wastes are generated includes the metal industries or maybe a chemical industry, paper industry, or some rubber goods industries or pesticide industries, etc. So these are some examples of industries. The waste which are generated from the various activities are treated as hazardous waste. And of course, when it comes to the hospital waste or the biochemical waste, as we call it, so they are actually generated maybe due to various activities that takes place in a medical center. So it may include some sharps like syringes and other knives, etc. Medical, of course, that is used for medical purpose. Then of course soil waste, then the disposables, medicines that are discarded, even the cotton, the bandages, or whatever. So, and of course, some chemical waste. So, all this comes under the hospital waste or the biochemical waste. And this waste also has to be treated properly because this is very highly infectious. So, it has to be treated or disposed of properly so that it will not cause any serious threat to the human health if it is not being managed properly. And 4 kg of waste is approximately generated in a hospital is what they roughly estimate. Now coming to the various sources of solid waste. So there are various sources of solid waste, of course, like I told you, mainly due to the human and animal activities. So human and animal activities may be from a domestic area or commercial, industrial, municipal, or even the agricultural waste. So all these will generate the solid waste. Now the composition of city waste, normally we can say it consists of paper, wood, cardboard, etc. say about 53%, garbage about 22%. So these are the percentages of waste that are normally generated. So maximum, we can say that paper, wood and cardboard comprises of the maximum waste that is generated in a normal city. Now here you can see the various sources of solid waste. So solid waste sources includes various activities like residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, etc. And for example, we take residential. So especially it is due to activities that takes place in a low, medium or high rise apartments, and the normal type of waste that is generated from the residential activity includes the food waste and of course the rubbish and the ashes. From commercial activities, say for example an office or a shop or a restaurant, the type of waste that is generated includes again here food, rubbish, then some ash, construction waste, then sometimes it may also be hazardous. When it comes to industrial waste, of course, hazardous waste predominates. Then there may be some special waste or ashes based on the type of industry. Likewise, in open areas also, there may be rubbish or some special waste, especially in the open areas like where public gather, for example, a beach or a highway or a playground, etc. Then treatment plant sites, that is, say, treatment plant means water treatment plant or it may be a wastewater treatment plant. So there, of course, sludge is something which is very important when it comes to a treatment plant waste. So all these are solid waste. Even when it comes to say agricultural source, agricultural means it can be a field or a vineyard or a dairy farm, whatever it is. So here the type of waste includes the spoiled crop or maybe the agricultural waste, the rubbish, or here also there may be some sort of hazardous waste. So these are the various sources of solid waste. Now this just shows the composition of a city waste. Uh, most Mostly we say that paper, wood and cardboard comprises of the majority or the major percentage of the waste that are generated in a city, the solid waste that are generated in a city. And of course there is garbage, metal or rubber, plastic, etc. So among the solid waste that are generated, paper, wood and cardboard comprises of the maximum percentage. Now what are the various causes of solid waste? There are various reasons why there is an increase in the quantity of the solid waste that is being released or generated. Firstly, it may be due to overpopulation or due to the material comfort that is available, the technological advancements, etc. So these are just uh, some of the reasons which is a cause for increase in the quantity of solid waste. And of course, the effects of solid waste on the environment is it leads to various health hazards, or it can even lead to environmental hazard or environmental impact. It may affect the uh, ecosystem and also may cause health hazards to the human beings. So these are the two main effects of solid waste. One is causing health hazard and the second one is the environmental impact. Now, health hazard means if it is not properly collected, suppose we are not collecting the waste properly, and if it is not treated properly, what happens? It leads to various diseases like cholera, dysentery, and so many other diseases, and even may lead to the loss of human lives. And also, when we don't handle the solid waste properly, that also will be health hazard for the workers who come in direct contact with dealing with the solid waste. So it has to be handled properly also, otherwise it can also lead to health hazard. And environmental impact means if the solid waste are disposed of without any proper treatment, or if it is disposed not in a systematic way, what happens is it will affect the environment. It may lead to various sorts of pollution, and also it can lead to global warming. It can lead to pollution of the water, groundwater, or air pollution, etc. So that is how it affects the environment. Now coming to solid waste management. So waste management or solid waste management mainly deals with the management of the solid waste, that is collection of the solid waste, then transportation of the solid waste, processing it, then recycling or disposing it. Suppose if the waste can be recycled, we go for the recycling option. If it cannot be recycled, then we have to dispose it. and also the monitoring of the solid waste. So this whole process, it includes the collection, transportation, processing, recycling and disposing, and even the monitoring. So this whole process we call it as solid waste management. And we'll just see what are the 4R's concept. So the 4R concept of waste management includes refuse, reuse, recycle and reduce. So this has to be followed. So when we say solid waste management, it is based on the 4R's concept. So the 4R's concept means the refuse the waste, then reuse the waste, recycle the waste or reduce the waste. So refuse means instead of buying say new containers from the market, we have to use already what is there in the house. So we have to refuse to buy new items, though we may think that they are prettier than the ones you already have. This is just an example. So to refuse buying more items, this is what is meant by the term refuse. Now reuse means uh, reusing the materials, whatever it is. It can be any material of say some waste tin or something can be used for some other purpose, like using it as a pen stand or a small flower vase, etc. So reusing the materials before instead of discarding it, that is what reuse means. And recycle, of course, like shopping bags that are made of cloth or jute, etc. It can be recycled and used. So that is the process of recycling. Instead of just throwing or disposing, we can recycle the some materials. That is what is recycled. And reduce, of course, we have to reduce the generation of unnecessary waste. So suppose we go to a market, we should always carry a bag of our own instead of collecting a plastic bag or whatever bag from there. So it is better to reduce the generation of unnecessary waste. So if everybody thinks, this can be considerably reduced. That is a concept of reducing, to minimize the generation of unnecessary waste. And now coming to the control measures. So the main purpose of solid waste management is to minimize the adverse effects that it causes on the environment. And it includes the collection of the solid waste. Firstly, we have to collect the waste from each the point of generation, and then we have to dispose the solid waste. And of course, if it is something which can be utilized, we can even utilize the waste. So thus we can control the solid waste. So this is just an introductory part. So we'll move on to the characteristics of solid waste in the next class. Thank you.